Good morning, student. Today we are going to start fourth technique given by the FW Tellers, that is method study. The method study techniques of scientific measurements is conduct to find out the one best method or way of production or performing the job, which keeps production cost minimized and make maximum use of resources of the organization. In this technique, Taylor suggests that method of production should not be decided by rule of thumb method, but all the method must be tried in the organization and the one which brings maximum benefit with minimum cost be selected. As like example, for production of shoes there can be labor incentive method and machinery intensive method. To find out which is best method, must evaluate the cost of production with both the method and compare both the method with the available resources of the company. The method which involve minimum cost and expected maximum resources must be selected as the best method of production. Okay, then we are going for the next time study. The technique of time study is considered determining or the objective of time study or the standard time required to perform a job, setting up the standard target for worker, determining the number of worker required to perform a job, categorize the worker in efficient and inefficient category. Taylor suggests that the time required to perform the job should not be decided by the manager, but time study must be considered to determine the standard time scientifically. To conduct a time study, Taylor suggests to observe an average worker when he is performing the job with a stopwatch in hand and note the average time taken by the worker in completing of job. Taylor suggests to repeating these things in 100 times and then take the average time. This time should be considered the average time for performing of the job. Keeping this time in mind, the target of worker should be fixed and the worker who are able to achieve their target on the average time, they are average worker. If the worker is able to achieve target before standard time, he is the efficient, and the worker they are not able to achieve this target in his standard time, he is inefficient worker. Next, we are going for the next technique for given by F.W. Taylor, motion study. The scientific technique of motion study is conducting or the objective of motion study to determine the movement of worker when they are performing the job, to differentiate between productive and unproductive movement, for cutting down unproductive movement, to design employees and tools to minimize the unproductive movement of the worker. To conduct movement study, Taylor suggests to observe an average worker when he is conducting the job and more note down all the movement he is doing, how many time he is getting up from the place, how many time he is doing the work, and how many time they are not doing the productive work. In this system, Taylor suggests to the manager, try to observe the movement of worker when they are doing the work or productive movement, and when they are doing non-productive movement, and try to minimize the unproductive movement by the utilize of different type of tools. Next, work study. In ensure maximize production at minimum cost and getting best contribution from every factor, we will include in this work study time study plus motion study plus method study plus fatigue study. When we are combining this all study, that is called work study. Next, differential piece wage system. The scientific technique of differential piece wage system employs on paying different rate of wages for effective and ineffective employee. The technique of differential pay rate system insists on paying different rate of wages to effective and ineffective or efficient and inefficient employee. Extra wage paid to efficient employee will motivate them to remain efficient. Extra wage paid to the efficient employee will motivate inefficient employee to come in the category of efficient employee. To conduct or adopt differential wage system, Taylor suggests that the company must fix a standard rate of wages for workers producing standard output or their target. The worker who product more than the standard target must be paid with a highest rate of wages, and those who are producing less than standard output must be paid with a less rate of wages. For example, if the standard target is 10 unit per day and standard rate is 50 per unit, the worker who is producing 10 unit, he paid 500. If any, the worker who is producing 12 unit, give him higher wages, 60 rupees per unit. And if anyone product only 8 unit, give him lower rate, 40 rupees. This is the system by which Taylor say that manager will try to motivate the inefficient worker to make himself as an efficient worker. Next, mental revolution. The objective of mental revolution are change in mental attitude of worker and manager toward each other, cooperation between worker and manager. Taylor said that generally in every organization, worker feel the manager make him more burden and manager feel worker is not doing anything. But Taylor want to evaluate the mental status of both. Taylor suggests that there is a need to change the attitude of both the group. Directly, the refer to change as a revaluation of mind to develop positive thinking and feel the cooperation of each other. Taylor want to say that both are thinking positive attitude, and well known about that, both are the very important factor for any organization or production. If both are working together, then they easily achieve the target of organization. Okay, this is the all of technique given by the F.W. Taylor. Thank you.